And if I hear people say, I literally want to scream and rip all of my hair out when I hear this. And the reason I feel that way is because, and I mean this with all due respect for anybody who is watching this who does not believe in the pre-trib rapture, but either you are ignorant to history and church history, or and you are continuing to speak a lie that is out there. Because I have an entire series on my channel. You can go and watch it. I honestly need to finish it. I still have the rest of church history to go. But the first 3 or 4 centuries of church history, I do have in a 3-part series. And it is all on debunking the John Darby myth that John Darby did not create the pre-trib rapture. It is in the Bible. It was also taught by church fathers. And one of the videos, the second video, is probably my favorite, because if any of you guys are familiar with Lee Brainerd has been on my channel several times. Lee Brainerd is one of the most amazing scholars that lives to this day, and his gifting is the ability to be able to go into old history of the church fathers, you guys, that has not been translated into English. And he translates the works of the church fathers. And Lee has brought forth so many passages from Irenaeus, Eusebius, all these other guys back in history that we all know as the church fathers. We're talking like 1st century, 2nd century, 3rd century, before amillennialism came in through Origen and Augustine. Premillennialism, also known as Calvinism back then, premillennialism, and a pre-trib snatching away of the saints before wrath was poured out. That is all over the early church fathers' writings. Now, people want to try to debunk that, but the problem is they are not looking at evidence that has been found. And here's what's crazy. The stuff that Lee has brought forward, this information wasn't even available 10 years ago. It's just now coming out for such a time as this. Doesn't it seem that way? So I wanted to mention this. You can go on my channel and just go through my playlist. It's in a series, and I believe it's called Debunking the Myth of John Darby or something like that. While it is true that John Darby had a lot to do with putting the systemization in order for how we view it now, he did not invent it. And Margaret McDonald had nothing to do with it. There is no evidence that those two ever knew each other. On top of that, if you actually go and read Margaret McDonald's writings, you will actually see that she is a pre-wrath, post-trib believer. That's what she believed in. And when you look at the writings, you can see that's exactly what she's talking about when she said she got a vision from whomever it was that this is how it was going to go down. It is a pre-wrath, post-trib viewpoint. So I want to make that very clear, because these are some of the most common arguments that I see on social media. These are the most common arguments I see on everybody and their brothers, pre-trib channel that we all follow, know and love, all of our favorite, people that are on YouTube. And it's the same old tired arguments that have been debunked 7 ways from Sunday.